Friday to you, and welcome to the Friday Five here on the Agent Survival Guide podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Ruppel, and each week we bring you an episode with 5 things that you should know about. Most of the time, it's 5 different headlines, but today we are putting the focus on one specific topic: sharing content on social media. We've mentioned many times that social media should be part of your marketing strategy, and it's a great place to get started with your digital marketing efforts. But it isn't always easy to know what content makes sense for a business account and what types do not. So in today's episode, we are talking about 5 types of content you can share with your followers on social media. First up, on our list at number 1, post about industry updates. We talk about these a lot, sometimes in standalone episodes, but mostly here on the Friday Five. If there's a change coming to the industry because of new regulations from CMS or new legislation passed by Congress, we are talking about it. And then in our episode notes, we link to a couple different articles on that topic so you can read more. And if you'd like to post about it on your social accounts, you can do that. For example, when there were changes to the Medicare Part D out-of-pocket payment structure, closing the donut hole, we went over those changes and linked to KFF's version of that table, which, at least in my opinion, made it easier to understand the changes. And then we linked to that resource in the notes so agents could check it out and add it to your list of bookmarked sites or even your presentations. In our Friday 5 episodes, I try to highlight things with both you and your clients in mind. So when we get the proposed rules or Medicare premiums and deductibles, I'm checking off 2 boxes, keeping you as updated as possible, while also pulling important takeaways that your clients should know about. When you share that information with your clients on social media, you're providing them with that same service, keeping them updated with helpful information they should know about. Moving on to number 2, you probably get a lot of questions from your clients, and I would guess that there's probably a handful that you get over and over again, right? Take those frequently asked questions and answer them on social media. For example, say you often find yourself explaining the difference between a copay and coinsurance. There have been a lot of studies on how well people in general know terms like premium, deductible, copay, and coinsurance. You could literally post the frequently asked question with a simple answer explaining the term. FAQ posts aren't meant to facilitate a long debate, but they might spark a conversation. You can answer those questions for your clients, clarifying to help them understand. And even if your post doesn't create engagement in the comments, you're still putting your knowledge and experience out there for the public and your clients to see. Number 3. While we're on the subject of being seen by your clients and the general public, when you're at local events, take pictures, post them, and tag the businesses and people in them. This is such a great way to show that you're out and about in your community, taking part in local events, that you know and work with other trusted local businesses. If you're part of a service organization, take pictures of what your organization is doing and post about it. You don't necessarily have to always make it a selfie and include yourself in the picture. In fact, I would recommend featuring those who you're partnering with or volunteering with and write about the amazing ways that they're giving back to the community. When you do this for others, you not only give them a chance to comment back on your content, creating more engagement, but they'll also be more willing to tag you in their future content. Number 4, let's talk about holidays, because on social media, we love a good holiday. And yes, there are plenty of national holidays to either post directly about or theme your posts around. And then there are social media holidays. These are days when we can celebrate, well, to be honest, just about anything. It's actually not that hard to register your very own holiday. But the thing that makes it fun on social media is that it gives you a chance to show a little bit more of your personality. For me, I will take advantage of any opportunity to post my pets with a hashtag. In fact, February 20th is Love Your Pet Day. May 20th is National Rescue Dog Day. June 21st is National Take Your Dog to Work Day. August 8th is International Cat Day. August 26th is National Dog Day. October 29th is National Cat Day. And those are just days that apply to cats and dogs. There are days for all kinds of animals. Sadly, still no National Take Your Cat to Work Day. But let's take May 20th, National Rescue Dog Day. For someone who's passionate about animal rescue, that's a day to post multiple times about the organization you volunteer at, in addition to posting about it all year round. For people like me, those cat days give me an excuse to post about one or all three of my cats, and people on the internet love cats. There are social media holidays that align with the products we sell in our industry. There are days for our favorite foods, like coffee and tacos. Posts about non-insurance related topics add personality and authenticity to your social media account. They show that even though you're an insurance agent by career, you're also a human with interests that might align with your clients' interests. Just remember to steer clear of politics and any hot button issues that are usually off limits for work conversations. The idea is to foster engagement and create a community, not offend or ostracize. And then the last type of content I will mention here today, recipes, especially when you're sharing something you've made yourself and loved. Take a picture. Share what you liked, and link to the recipe so others can give it a try. You can share snack foods and dips during most sports seasons, and especially around playoffs and championships. Holidays are a great time to post about any kind of recipe. Desserts, sides, entrees. Because if people aren't looking for a new-to-them recipe, they're looking for an old favorite. Over the summer, share the recipe for your favorite summer salad, or a recipe that doesn't require turning on the oven. During the winter, talk about your favorite soup recipe. I have a couple that I like to make, but there is a sausage and potato soup that I found a recipe for that is just perfection in a bowl on a cold, dreary day. Recipes are fun to post because they usually get conversation going in the comment section. And if you post about them on your social media, you can mention that in your newsletter as a way to cross-market following you on social in your newsletter, as well as subscribing to your newsletter on social. Now, these certainly are not the only kinds of content you can post on social media. There's so much you can post. And again, I would encourage you to remember that it does not have to be all insurance related. It is possible to post things that are a little more on the personal side, that give your account that human touch, but also still remain professional. And if you want to see examples of some of this content in action, you can check out my social pages over the course of the next week. I'll be posting, like I normally do, about new podcast episodes, but I will also have examples of each of these kinds of posts so you can see what we're talking about here and how you can give these ideas a try on your own accounts. You can find the link to my social accounts in the episode notes. Everything is linked in there, as well as links to recent episodes and blog posts. Thank you so much for listening today. I hope you have a great weekend. Stay healthy, stay safe out there, and we will see you next week. The Agent Survival Guide podcast is a production of Ritter Insurance Marketing, an integrity company. This episode was written and produced by me, Sarah Ruppel. Script editing and fact check by Tina Lamoureux. Podcast design by Urban Rivera. Artwork by Vivian Zhao. Follow along with us wherever you like to listen.